Hello everyone, back to tuning into today's second video. We're going to have a look at the ECM-WFX daily model for today's second video. This is the detailed European outlook back after being away for a few weeks. I don't know if these will be weekly, but I'll try to do at least one a month maybe. Just watch your space on that. But yes, this is the detailed extended European outlook. I'll get on that for you in a moment. Just say that first. But it was there as our 6 AM UK move guide because try to squeeze in another update for the bank holiday, and we're going to have a 10 to 14 day video this afternoon, not a live stream because I couldn't do a 10 to 14 day video yesterday because I spent the afternoon at hospital in Birmingham. Nothing serious, don't worry. Then I didn't want to go 2 days without doing a 10 to 14 day video upload, so we'll do a video upload for the 10 to 14 day later on today. The next live stream will be next Wednesday. Hope all of that makes sense. I'm going to crack on with that Extended European Outlook, and I'll get on with that for you right now. Thank you so much to ecmwf.int by way for supplying the charts and the data. Right, going to start off with week one, mean scale pressure anomaly, which is taking us through the week map we're currently in, the 12th through to the 19th of May. High pressure is in control and in the ascendancy in the week ahead for northern and western Europe. Low pressure issue eastern and also some southern parts of Europe there. And got a big low in the Atlantic, but this high fending it off. 500 millibar height anomaly looks like that, so plenty of high pressure across the Atlantic and northern and western Europe. Low pressure below average heights through there. And through there, of course, out in the Atlantic as well. Right, so this is how temperatures are stacking up in this week, week one. So real east-west split. Western Europe looking very warm, hot even. So temperature normally is peaking in southern Norway, actually, at about 8 to 10 degrees above average, widely through the UK, Ireland, and Western Europe, like 3 to 6 degrees above average, but on the eastern side of Europe, much cooler, only about trough. So we've got Poland, or anywhere from Poland eastwards, really to the Black Sea, and south in towards Greece and Turkey, coming out with below our temperatures. Remember, these are anomalies to average, though. So, like Greece here is around 1 to 3 degrees below average, but will still be very warm, given that it's May, so it's going to be very warm in Greece, but like temperature is a bit below average. Into Spain and Portugal, we see it's cooler average there. The central bowl of the bed comes out warmer, and we've got Italy looking a bit on the cool side as well. Up to Scandinavia and Nordic regions generally above average, especially so for southern parts of Norway, Sweden, and down to Denmark. Precipitation wise, we look like that. So this week is quite wet, actually, across North Africa into the Mediterranean, and then going eastwards towards southern parts of Greece, over towards Malta, and then in towards northern parts of Italy, I should say, down towards Malta, and then going over towards Greece and Turkey. Looks a little bit unsettled through there as well. Spain, well, wet in some areas, dry though across southern and southwest parts of Spain and Portugal, but the really dry weather looks like it's in the north and the west of Europe, so Germany, the Low Countries, Belgium, Netherlands, also France, UK, Ireland, up to Scandinavia, Denmark, Sweden, and Nordic regions such as Norway and Finland coming out to drier than normal. We've also got the Baltic Sea states, though, of Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania looking rather wet. Right, week two will be the 19th to the 26th of May. Hold on. So sorry, everyone. Week two is 19th to 26th of May. And that one, come on highlighter, that one is also coming out on the drier side with higher pressure here through western portions of Europe, and generally quite a bit of ridging in many areas actually. The northeast looks a bit more unsettled with that trough into far west northwest of Russia. 500 millibar heights looking like this. So we've got lower pressure through there, higher pressure again out to the west. So basically it's still the same setup, isn't it? With the trough tending to be through the north and through the east of Europe. Temperature is still showing that east-west split next week. No, above average for Western Europe again, particularly But Norway, where we're 10 degrees above average. UK and Ireland, 3 to 6 degrees above average. Widely, 1 to 3 degrees above average through West Europe, from Ireland all the way over to Germany. Eastern Europe looking cooler, below average temperatures through much of Ukraine to Belarus to southwestern Russia, around 1 to 3 degrees below average there, perhaps even a little bit more than that, could be up to 6 degrees below average through here. And then widely sort of down to the Balkans, towards Greece again, around 1 to 3 degrees below average through there. Mediterranean-wise, eastern portions of the Med looking quite cool, western portions of the Med looking generally warmer. And precipitation for next week, well, the dry spell goes on, the drought continues through the north and the west of Europe. Ireland, the UK, France, Germany, the Low Countries, most Scandinavian, Nordic regions, in towards Poland and eastwards, looking dry up an average. Down into the Med, well, certainly looks quite unsettled around Greece and Corsica, Sardinia. Oh yeah, chatted to the Balkans, again, we're above average with rainfall through there. Drier for Greece and Turkey, and some parts of Spain looking a bit drier too. Right, week 3 is going to be the 26th of May to the 2nd of June. Now we've got a change. So, the high pressure gone, and low pressure has appeared across the west of Europe there. That's quite a significant change that we see in the third week. 500 millibar heights also changing quite dramatically for the end of May, start of June, with a trough appearing very close to the UK and to Ireland. Temperature anomalies are largely coming out above average, especially into the north and the west of Europe. The Black Sea looks a little bit cooler, as does some central parts of Spain and Portugal, but most places have above average temperatures. And precipitation-wise, it's turning wetter through the west of Europe. So Ireland, the UK, France, and down towards Spain, Portugal, through the central pole of Med, looking wetter than average. We also have a hint of some wetter conditions towards Norway and parts of Sweden as well. That said, the southeastern corner, Greece, Turkey, up to the Black Sea, looks a little bit on the drier side. So if the pattern shifting and flipping there, with high pressure going to the east and south, and low pressure, wetter weather going to the north and the west. Let's carry this on for week 4. It's the 2nd to the 9th of June. And still low pressure. It's quite intriguing, isn't it? A real contrast between weeks 1 and 2 to weeks 3 and 4. What about the 500 millibar height anomaly? So not as clear cut with the trough of low. In fact, could be a bit of a ridge beginning to appear around Germany and Poland, maybe. Bit inconclusive, I think, for 500 millibar heights. Temperature anomalies are still above average, despite the unsettled weather, or the lower pressure anyway, is generally above average with both temperature anomalies through most parts of Europe. Western Europe is included. And precipitation-wise, so it still looks quite wet though in the west. It could be a volatile period given the high temperature anomaly. You know, it could be volatile, heavy rain, maybe thundery even, thunderstorms. So wet through the Bay of Biscay, wet into France, wet through the UK and Ireland, and parts of Norway as well. Meanwhile, over in the east and southeast of Europe, looks rather drier. Right, that's your 30-day look ahead done, but let's go through weeks 5 and 6 before we go. So week 5 is the 9th to 16th of June. Classically zonal here. Low pressure to the north, high pressure to the south. That would set up like a proper westerly flow. 500 millibar heights, again showing above average heights down to the south. You expect below average heights up there, and again the jet stream to be going through a bit like that. Temperature anomalies are largely above average, especially in the west of Europe, but also for eastern parts of Europe as well. And as far as precipitation goes, so southern Europe is becoming drier, northern Europe perhaps a bit wetter. And then lastly, week 6, week the 16th, 23rd of June, westerly again. High pressure is across southern Europe, low pressure in the North Atlantic. Winds, therefore, will be coming in with jet stream from west. It's not like a return of westerlies, I have to say, for June. A classic sort of return of westerlies. With high pressure down here, low pressure, doesn't show it, but low pressure corresponding will be up there. Temperature anomalies largely above average in most parts of Europe. Precipitation anomalies wetter to the north, drier down to the south. We'll see. Right, okay, well, that is your 30-day European, extended European outlook. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll have another one for you maybe in a couple of weeks. Going to be back a little bit later on with the next update for the spring bank holiday. And we're going to be a 10 to 14-day video coming up for you, probably around 2ish this afternoon. You enjoy the rest of your Wednesday morning, sorry. You enjoy the rest of your Wednesday morning. And we'll see you with more very soon. This one, that's all for now. And thanks so much.